Okay, write down the heading super keyword in Java. Super keyword in Java. What is the super keyword? We have seen this keyword in Java in constructor part. Now in this session we will see super keyword in Java. So guys, right? Super is a keyword in. Don't speak, yeah, please. Wait, let me pause that. Super keyword in Java, guys. What is super keyword? So super is a keyword in Java. So super is a keyword in Java which is used to represent parent class property. Parent class property. So actually by using super keyword we will represent parent class property. And we have a this keyword in Java. By using this keyword we can represent same class property. But there is a one thing there. To use super keyword, okay, child class object creation is mandatory. How I will show you. To use super keyword, child class object creation is mandatory. Without child class object, we can't use super keyword in Java. I will show you. We can't use super keyword in Java. Okay. So without child class object, we can't use super keyword. So I will show you practically. Actually, why to use super keyword? We use super keyword to access all the parent class property. Or simply we will say, we use super keyword to represent parent class property. Let me go with practicals. So we have this parent class, right? This is the parent class and this is the child class. So our execution will always start at main method. When you start the main method, so where we create object, so always remember that from static area we can able to call another static area. Okay, so this is static area. Main method is a static area. So from this static area to call another static area, we should have to use. To call another static area, we can use by using class name. We can able to call another static method. Or when you start, if you have a static block within the class, the static block will get executed before the main method. So at least to call a instance method or to call a constructor or to execute a constructor, at least you should have to create object. And your execution will start at main method. If your execution will start at main method, from this static method, if you want to execute any static block or any instance block, you should have to create object. So to load. Similarly here, to use super keyword, if you create a child class object, without child class object, you can't use super keyword. Let me create a child class object. Let's class B is the child. The moment you create a child class object, all the properties of the parent class, like non-static properties, so will get loaded into this child class object, as well as same class properties. What are those? Non-static properties will get loaded into this child class object. Let's suppose, so by using super keyword, how we will access parent class instance variable and parent class instance method. So let me take, so we have a parent class instance variable and parent class. This is the instance method. So similarly, so we have, let me take one instance method. So this is the M2 method. I will take to call this M2 method. So on this is the nameless object. If you want to create a named object, I will create named object. So call this M2 method. We will use reference variable name dot method name. So this is the method calling statement. Every time we are writing method calling statement for instance method. Okay, this instance method will get executed. So by using super keyword, you see what we are saying. To use super keyword, child class object creation is mandatory. The moment you create child class object, all the properties of the parent class, instance members of the parent class as well as instance members of the child class will get loaded into this object. These are the instance members of the parent class. They will get loaded into this object, as well as this is the instance members, instance method. This instance method also will get loaded into this object. What is the name of this object? B. So how, parent class property we can able to access by using reference variable name of child class. So we can able to access parent class properties, or we are saying we can able to represent this parent class properties by using super keyword. By using super keyword also we can able to represent super class properties. So how? So simply you see, to access this parent class variable, we can use super keyword. You see, just use system.out.println. So can we able to access? Yes. Super dot. What is the variable name? I. As well as I can able to call by using super keyword. Super dot. What is the method name? M1 method. So this is also a method calling statement. This is also a method calling statement for parent class method. Parent class which method? Instance method. Instance method. So by using super keyword, we can able to access instance variable of the parent class as well as instance method of the parent class. So you see, let me here write. This is my parent class instance method. This is my parent class instance. What is the method name? M1 method. Okay. So when you call like this, by using child class object, the moment you create child class object, all the properties of the parent as well as child class will get loaded. The moment you call M2 method, this M2 method will get called. Within this M2 method, you are accessing parent class variable. Within this M2 method, you are calling parent class M1 method by using super keyword. So let me compile and run. Clear previous one. First compile this application. And to run this application, where is the main method? The main method is within class B. Just use class B. You see, parent class variable as well as parent class instance M1 method get called. Okay. Any doubt? We use super keyword in Java to represent a parent class property, parent class variable and method. Simply, we use super keyword to represent parent class properties. So whenever you are going to inherit any class, so without inheritance, if you are not going to use inheritance, if you are not going to inherit any class, here we are inheriting class A into class B. If there is a relation between class A and class B, that is called parent-child relation, then only we can able to use super keyword. To use super keyword, child class object creation is mandatory. That's I use the word. So if there is not any child class object, if there is not any child class, and you are not creating any child class object, how will you use super keyword? So within this class B, we are accessing class A property by using super keyword. So that is the meaning of super keyword. Super means what? Representing a super class. So we call this class A as a super class also. We call this class A as a super class or parent class or base class. When you inherit this class A, this class B is inheriting class A. The moment this class B is inheriting this class A, then this class A is called super class or parent class or base class. If this class is the parent of this class B, and when you create a child class object, by using super keyword, we can able to represent this parent class property. That is the thing I'm explaining here. By using super keyword, we can access parent class instance variable and method. Write this example. Class A is a parent class here. So when we inherit this class A, then this class A is called parent class or base class or super class. Okay, super class. Then this class B is inheriting class A. Then this class B is called child class, or it will called as subclass, or it is called as derived class. Derived class. So someone is asked me, can we able to access static members of the parent class inside by using super keyword? Yes, we can able to access static members. But you know, when you create a object, only instance members of the class will get loaded into child class object, and super keyword will represent parent class property. Super keyword will represent parent class all the properties. When you try to access static members of the parent class by using super keyword, let me take static variable as well as static method. So by using super keyword, you are calling this static variable and static method, means you are trying to accessing static members of the parent class. So if you try to access static members of the parent class by using super keyword, so you can able to display all those values. Okay, so you see, if you compile it, the static members of the class also you can able to access by using super keyword.
Line number 5 has error.
What is line number 5? Yes, there is space required. Okay, so some space is required. Just go to and just compile this. Compile you will compile it. Parent class properties as well as child class properties will get load into respective memory, and you see parent class static variable as well as parent class static method also got. So this is not an instance method, this is static method. So this parent class instance and static method you can able to access by using static block, by using by using super keyword. You see, by using super keyword we can able to access. Not an issue, means what we are saying. So super keyword is represented parent class property. Super keyword is represented parent class property. All the properties. It may be a static property or it may be a instance property. By using super keyword, we can able to access all the properties of the parent class simply. So, alright, we can access static members of the parent class. We can access static members of the parent class using super keyword. Using super keyword. Write this example for that.
So you are not audible. I'm not getting your voice.
Oh, sorry guys, I was on mute. Wait, huh? I will revise. So you see guys, can we able to use super keyword? So I think I was muted and I was recorded that much. Let it be. So what is, can we able to use super keyword inside static area to access instance members of the parent class? No, we can't use. Actually, super is a instance members of the class. Super is a instance members of the class, which represents all the properties of the parent class, all the properties of the parent class. And it is a instance members of the class. That is why you can't use directly super keyword inside static context. If you try to use super directly in static context, you will get compilation error. So let me compile and run and we'll show you what compilation error you will get. So simply just use, to compile this application, just use javac test.java command. So application name is what? Test. That is what we will use, test.java command. The moment you will compile, you see at Java line number 16 error, non-static variable super cannot be referenced from static context. The meaning of this is what? You can't use non-static like instance members of the class directly, or you can't able to access non-static members of the class directly in static context. You will get compilation error. This is the compilation error you will get. Non-static variable super cannot be referenced from static context, like this. So actually super is belongs to the, like super is represent a parent class property, all the parent class properties, but the super is a instance members of the class, the super will be in use when you create a child class object only within the instance area, but not within static area. That is why when you try to access, you created object, not an issue, you created a child class object. Once you created a child class object, you can able to use super. But once you created a child class object, but you are using super inside static area, so that is not applicable in Java. Super can be used only within instance area, not in static area, like a this keyword. So that is why we are getting compilation error here. We can't use super inside static area. We can't use super inside static area. If you try to use super keyword within the static area, to access parent class properties, then we will get compilation error. This is the compilation error you will get. Non-static variable super cannot be referenced from static context. Okay, let's take next rule. You see, these are the variable and method. Let me cut it. Okay, or we'll keep as it is. We'll copy, we'll paste here, and we'll take. So this is let's k, and this is let's m2 method, and we'll take one more instance method, and this instance method I will take m3 method. Okay, so you know, within instance area only we can able to use this. So let me create a nameless object. So why we create nameless object? The moment we create object, all the, like child class object creation, recommended to create child class object. Always recommended to create child class object. On this I will call m3 method. So this is the nameless object. The moment you create this nameless object, all the properties of the parent class, non-static members, as well as all the properties of child class, non-static members will get loaded into this object. But the main rule we are going to discuss here, you see guys, by using super keyword, we can able to access parent class variable and parent class method. This is the parent class variable and parent class method within the child class. So only by using super keyword. So this, let's suppose this is parent class, we are going to access parent class variable using super keyword. Just use super dot, what is the variable name? I. As well as what is the parent class method? Super dot, what is the method name? M1 method. You see, by using super keyword, we are accessing parent class variable and method. Let me compile this. You compile and run it. To run it, just use Java class name is what B. Main method is available inside B. So parent class variable and parent class method got access. What is the parent class method? The parent class method is what? Instance method. Now you see guys, by using super keyword, if you try to access same class variable and same class method, you will get compilation error. So if you try to access by using super keyword, what is the same class variable? Same class variable name is what? K. As well as same class method name is what? Super.m2 method. So always remember that by using super keyword, we can able to represent parent class property, but not same class property. If you try to access same class variable and method by using super keyword, you will get compilation error. So let me compile this. The moment you will compile this application, you will get compilation error. You see, at Java line number 14, error cannot find symbol super.m2. So like that, super.m2 cannot find symbol, as well as super.k. So same class variable is what? K. So it will get for that variable also. Let me compile. You see, Java line number 23, error cannot find symbol super.k and cannot find symbol super.m2 method. So these are the compilation errors you will get. So actually by using super keyword, we will represent parent class property, but not same class property. If you try to access same class property by using super keyword, you will get compilation error. So how to represent same class property? We will represent by using this keyword. By using this keyword, we will represent same class property, and by using super keyword, we will represent parent class property. Okay. So this is the simple rule, right? We can't access same class. We can't access same class members. We can't access same class members by using super keyword. By using super keyword. As we know that using super keyword, we will represent. As we know that using super keyword, we will represent parent class members. So parent class, what are the members of the parent class? We have a variable, then we have a method, then we constructor we are having, then block we are having. So constructor we are having, block we are having, method, constructor, parent class. Similarly, if you have a child class, if there is a class which is what? Child extends parent. Okay, what are the members of child class? We have a parent class members as well as child class members. How we will differentiate? Parent class members and child class members if both the members having with same name. So as we know that to represent parent class members, we will use super keyword, and to represent same class members, we will use this keyword. Let's just go for parent class variable. Let's we discuss parent class variable. So clear it. So write down heading parent class variable. Okay. Within this parent class variable, let's go with practical. Let me take, these are the parent class variable. So I will go for I is equals to 10, 20. So these are the parent class variable. Similarly, we have a same variable in child class. Same variable within child class. So this is the child class variable. And this is, let me take, this is add method. We want to add all these variables, perform the addition of all these variables. You know, to represent same class property, we will use. So let me take I comma int j. So parent class variable ij with same name. So parent class variable and child class variable having a same name. So as well as local variable having a same name. So I want to perform a addition. We want to perform a addition of parent class I plus j as well as child class as well as local variable. So arguments in the method are always treated as local variable. These are the arguments you are passing when you call the method. During method calling, we will pass this I and j argument value. So what is the method name? Let's create an object. What is the child class object? B is the child class. I will call add method. While calling a add method, I will pass some value 1000, 2000 like this, and here 100 for child class value and 200. So how to represent? How will we represent this parent class variable? How will we represent this child class variable? And how will we represent this local variable? If you want to perform the addition of parent class, wants to perform addition of same class, and wants to perform an addition of local variable, we should have to differentiate them. But here we are not differentiating. If you are not going to differentiate, every time it will perform the addition of local variable. Actually, first preference will go to the local variable. So whatever local variable we will pass, so it will perform the addition of local variable three times. You see, let me compile. To compile this application, just use javac test.java, and to run this, here is the main method within the class B. Just use java. You see, three times it has performed the addition of local variable. Why it has performed the addition of only local variable? As we want to perform the addition of same class variable as well as super class variable. To differentiate this, if you want to differentiate this super class variable, local variable and same class variable, so we will use super keyword to represent parent class properties. We will use this keyword to represent this same class properties, and no need to use any keyword to represent local variable. Let me here I will perform addition of local variable addition. Here I want to perform addition of same class variable. If you want to represent this same class variable, just simply use this keyword, this dot I as well as this dot j to represent same class variable. And to represent super class variable, simply use super dot I, super dot j. So it will perform the addition of super dot I means parent class variable. It will represent parent class variable. Now, if you run this application, the moment you create child class object, on that child class object you are calling add method. So you are passing two variable as well, two local variable, local value 1000 and 2000. So first it will perform. We are not going to use any super and this keyword. So directly first preference will goes to the local variable. First addition will be performed for local variable. So second addition will be performed for same class variable 100 and 200, and third addition will be performed for parent variable. First let me compile.
Line.
You see, super to represent parent class property. Let me run. So whenever we will do the mistakes while writing the application, no issue. Okay. The more mistakes you will do, the more you will learn. Just use Java. Where is the main method? Main method is available in class B. Just use run class B. So you see, perform the addition of local variable, perform the addition of same class variable, and perform the addition of super class variable. Like that, we will differentiate between them. Okay. If the parent class variable, same class variable, and local variable having a same name, then we will represent parent class variable by using super keyword, and we will represent same class variable by using this keyword, and we will represent local variable directly with variable name. Okay. Write down this parent class variable. These are the parent class variables. Now let's move to the parent class method. Parent class method. So what if we have a method with same name in parent and child. So this is my M1 method. This is your parent class M1 method. Which method is this? Parent class instance method, yes or no? Parent class instance M1 method. So similarly, we have a same method within the child class. Same method within the child class. This is child class instance M1 method. So how we will differentiate between these two methods? How we will differentiate this in two methods? So always remember that to represent parent class method, we will use this keyword. And to represent same class method, we will use, to represent parent class method, we will use super keyword. And to represent same class method, we will use this keyword. But here, so this is optional, guys. If you don't use this, still it will execute child class method. You see, by using super keyword, if you want to call parent class M1 method, you can use M1 like this. So it will call parent class. And if you use this dot M1, it will call M1 method of same class. But if you call directly M1 method, still it will call M1 method of same class. So to use this keyword here is optional. So how many times same class M1 method will get executed? 2 times. So let me create, the moment you create child class object, on this child class object, let me call M2 method. When you call M2 method, from this M2 method, by using super, you are calling parent class M1 method, and by using this, you are calling same class M1 method. But if you don't use any super keyword and this keyword to represent parent and child, by default, when you call any method directly, so this will be execute same class M1 method. So it is not for variable, okay guys. So you see, if you go, let me compile first. And just run this. You see, parent class instance M1 method, child class instance M1 method, child class instance M1 method. 2 times child class M1 method got executed. Okay, that is the difference. So you have to know. So write down. So this is optional to call same class method. Yeah. Okay, write down this example. How we are using parent class and child. It's without instance, like without local variable. Let me try to take. Can we able to use? Is it optional to represent a parent class variable also? So this is within. What we will do within this method, we'll try to access. So I will take M1 method. This is. We'll try to access this parent class and child class. So here we are using like to call same class method is optional. It's optional to use this keyword. So here also I will use super.i to call parent class to access parent class variable. Whereas so this to access same class variable. Can I able to access directly this variable, same class variable? Yes, we can able to access. What happened? Let's see. Is it optional or not? First compile this and then run. So if there is not any local variable, then it is optional. Then it is optional. You see, 10, 10, 10, 3 times. Means here also. So this is optional to use. This is optional to use same class variable. Same class variable. If you don't have a local variable here with same name, then we can go with. So to represent a same class property, this is optional. This is optional in instance area. Directly you can able to represent. Okay, this example also write down. So this is optional to use same class variable also. This is optional to use same plus variable also. Write this example.